We understood that this is one of the only devices, especially external devices, which are near the fracture site for the entire healing duration. So you have plates and screws, but they're internally. External devices, I think this is the only one that people wear on the fracture site. And we decided to take advantage of it and incorporate a variety of sensors that will help the patient and the doctor get additional data and improve clinical outcome. For example, we have pressure sensors. One of the things that we've learned when we talked with the trauma specialists is that many times when a patient fractures, for example, his arm, and the doctor will apply the cast, the arm swells because of the fracture, because of the trauma.
Yep.
And because the patient is not used to having a cast limiting his limb, many times the patient will come to the doctor and complain that he feels a lot of pressure inside the cast. This can be a problem because if there is a lot of pressure and excess pressure, it can create blood circulation problems. But the doctor can't actually know if it's a problem or not, and in most cases, it's just because the patient is not used to having a cast. So our pressure sensor will be able to tell the doctor if there is actually excess pressure. It can also tell the patient if the patient is unaware that there is a problem. And if there is excess pressure, it can also alert the patient. So this is one example of the sensors we have. Additional sensors we have are motion sensors that can actually check if you're moving your arm or you're moving your shoulder or your leg like you have to or too much. So if you have a clavicle fracture, for example, you don't want to move your shoulder too much because if the fracture moves too much, you can go into non-union and surgery. So in these cases, if you have a patch, the patch will give you an indication that you're moving too much and you're increasing the risk of non-union. On the other hand, if you have, for example, a distal radius fracture, a wrist fracture, after something like 2 weeks, the doctor will tell you to start moving your arm because, as we mentioned before, there is atrophy of the muscles and basically it hurts the whole variety of tissue that we have.
Right.
So the doctor will want you to start walking and do rehabilitation at home. And this will be able to tell you if you're moving properly, if you need to do more movements. It will tell the patient exactly how to move and how much to move, and it will tell the doctor if the patient is doing it correctly.
And the feedback would be received by both the patient and the physician.
It's early to say, but most likely the patient, and if the patient wants to share it, he can share it with the physician.